Contestant number 6, Jeanne Schwass, Find Your Brave. Finding Your Brave. Jeanne Schwass.
I was so stressed out. These 26 prima donnas that I was managing were about to drive me over the edge. But today would be different. I was going over to San Francisco to have lunch with my former bosses at our favorite restaurant, John's Grill. So I got in the car and started the drive over, and about halfway through the bridge, I noticed something weird. My hands were clammy. So I wiped them on my pants and continued to drive. And then about past Yerba Buena Island, I noticed that starting from the back of my head and moving forward over my face, I began to get hot. I mean, hot and prickly. What is going on? I thought. I gotta get off this bridge. This is really scary. Pretty soon, my heart rate started to increase. Thump, thump, thump with each section of the bridge. This is freaking me out. Somehow I managed to get to the Union Square garage. I parked my car, glanced in the rearview mirror, and the 23-year-old face that stared back at me was not the same face I looked at when I got ready in the morning. My eyes were bloodshot, my face was flushed, my heart was still pounding, and I thought, what is going on? I had to get to lunch. So with the 2 blocks it took to walk down to John's, I was able to calm down a little bit. The first glass of Chardonnay helped, and by the time the second glass arrived, I had calmed down to pretty much normal. Now, although the symptoms had lessened, that impact that that event had on my life was really something that shook me up. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, what I'm about to share with you today is an experience I had that I later found out was my very first panic attack. Now, you may never have had a panic attack. You may get stressed out every once in a while, or you may be somewhere in between. Wherever you land on that scale, I believe that what I'm going to share with you today is going to be beneficial. Now, we're going to fast forward 8 years. I'm now married, a mama of 2 littles, and my perfectionistic tendencies kicked in big time. I began to have panic attacks on a regular basis. I got where I couldn't leave the house. In fact, I could not drive the 2 blocks to go pick my son up from kindergarten. When it got that bad, I knew I needed to do something. So I reached out to my pastor, and he suggested counseling, which I decided to go ahead and take advantage of. And although it helped me expand my world a little bit and I could go more places, I still found myself struggling with the panic attacks every once in a while. And I didn't want to live my life that way. So I tried various things. I tried memorizing scripture because I'm a person of faith. So I thought I'll do that. Helped a little. My focus was all over the place, though, with everything I tried, and nothing was sustainable. Not until one night that changed my life. I couldn't sleep. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I turned the TV on, and there on the other side, there inside that TV, there was a woman, and she said, "Do you struggle with panic attacks? I did for 20 years, and I've developed a program that has helped myself and countless of other individuals, and I believe that it can help you." Oh my goodness, I grabbed my phone, I called the toll-free number, I ordered it, couldn't wait for it to arrive, and began to implement everything in it. And you know what? It did help. It helped so much. And the first thing that really helped me was when she said something that blew me away. You see, up until this time, I thought panic attacks were happening to me. I thought that when I went to certain places, that's why I got them. So that's why I avoided places. She said, panic attacks are not something happening to you. There's something you do to yourself with your thoughts. Oh my goodness, that was a game changer for me. What? You mean I can get free of this? This is incredible. I got so excited, and I began to implement not only what she had taught, but I pulled things from all the other areas that I had learned about exercise and diet and nutrition and memorizing scripture, and I packaged them up into something that I used for me. And because people began to see my life change, they started asking me about it. And I was able to help other people. When you have something that works, it's not good to keep it inside. And I knew I needed to do something about it. So I put together a 5-step program that I call Finding Your Brave. And I don't have the time this evening to go over every aspect of it, but I do want to tell you what the letters mean. So the B-R-A-V-E, the first step is to breathe. Second is release. Third is activate. Fourth is victory. And fifth is power. Now, you're not going to know what those mean though. And I can go over the first two for you though. Breathe. We all need to breathe. We do breathe. But when you're under tremendous stress, you tend to breathe more shallowly. And what happens is you get lightheaded oftentimes and you don't oxygenate your brain, get a little cloudy thinking. And it's really important to learn to breathe in through your nose deeply and then hold it and then out through your mouth. Try that next time you're nervous before a speech. Release. You need to release control. The funny thing is we think we're in control. It's an illusion. The only one who's really in control is God, but he gives us two things that we can control. Our thoughts, which lead to our attitudes, and those lead to actions. Pay attention to what you're allowing to take residence in this mind of yours. Very important to take hold of your thoughts. You get to make a decision today. And so what's it going to be? Are you going to stay in panic like I did, or are you going to move to power? Are you going to stay living in chaos, or do you want to live in calm? Will you continue to be a worrier, or will you be a warrior? It's up to you. Mr. Toastmaster.